Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will start this lab video with the introduction. In this lab, students are required to create a database using SQL and implement user authentication in a Laravel application hosted on the Laravel server. A robust graphical user interface (GUI) application for effective MySQL and MariaDB database management is called SQL. Creating, editing, and deleting database tables and index are just a few of the cores that this user-friendly program simplifies through its visual interface. With SQL, user can import and export data in multiple formats, perform SQL queries using the integrate editor, and change data with ease thanks to an intuitive interface. We start the task one, which is preparing development environment by launching the Dragon application. Next, continue by open the terminal and create a new file by using the code composer create project. Prefer this Laravel 10 and the file name which is lab2 underscore Lukman. Next, type this command to run composer. First, find the file which is lab2 Lukman, and then type in the code composer required Laravel/UI. Next, use PHP Artisan UI VUE AUTH to generate authentication scaffolding. Then, continue with npm install and npm installs -g npm at 10.2.1 after the npm install. Next, use npm run dev to run the corresponding script from the script section of your package. Then write the command composer required.translate/dbl to install dependency. After creating the file in the terminal, open the folder on VS Code and open env file. Next, for the task 2, which is creating the database, first launch SQL and put the new connection and name it as a lab2 underscore Lukman, and then click connect. After we press connect, this page will be displayed, which is the connection is succeeded. For the next step in the task 2, change DB database from Laravel to lab2 underscore Lukman. Next, we continue with the task 3, which is understanding the Laravel concept. Type the command php artisan to explore artisan command. Next, continue with familiarize the key concept. The first concept is routing. You can find it on routes and then web.php. Next, key is controller. You can find it on app and then http and then controller, lastly controller.php. The third key is view. You can find it on resources, then views, and then home.blade.php. Lastly, model. You can find it on app, then models, and then user.php. We continue with the task 4, which is database migration. First, choose the file on database and then migration, and then click underscore user underscore table.php. Next, change table ID to make it auto increment when the data will key in, and the Laravel primary key must be in ID format. And then add these two codes to prevent error, which is table string phone number nullable and table long text address no label. Then run this command to run the migration, which is php artisan migrate. Next, we can use php artisan migrate refresh to rerun the migration if needed. And then open database lab2 underscore Lukman to make sure all the table that lists on VSC has been migrated to the SQL YOK. We continue with task 5, which is user model configuration. Open the user.php and fill up phone number and address in the field label to matches the database columns. We continue with the task 6, which is register user. Create an array for user data and fill up the data phone number and address. This is the task 7, which is user interface modification. In the register.blade.php file, add form fields for phone number and address with appropriate and web validation. For the task 8, which is testing user authentication, run the command npm run build to create a build directory with a production build. Next, run php artisan serve to up the server and then copy the link that have been given. And then paste the link that has been copied just now and put it on the browser. On the right side of the Laravel website, you can see the register. Click the register. Next, it will display this page. If is display this page, means that the code is succeeded. Next, to try whether it can save it, the information to the database, try to fill the information and click the button register. If the page show you are logged in, means that it's succeeded. Next, go to SQL YOK and look at table data. If there are if they have the information that we key in just now, means that the transfer was successful.